afternoon everybody, happy Sunday. It's time for a Home Bargains haul. We've not had one for a while, but I went over to Home Bargains the other evening in the hope that I might, well, start doing some Christmas shopping, and it did not disappoint in that I came out with 2 bags worth of Home Bargains shopping. However, I did go over hoping I would pick up some of the things that the girls have pointed out when we've been in there in previous weeks, and obviously I've not been able to pick them up whilst they're with me, so I said let's take a photo, we'll add it to your Christmas list. And then I went in hoping I might pick some of those things up, and they were no longer there, but I did still pick up quite a lot of other stuff, and I'm going to show you what I got. But firstly, a lot of what I have in here is for what I'm going to try doing this year. So a bit of a change on traditions and trying something new, and that's that I'm going to make the younger two an advent calendar, which is going to be lots of little gifts. Now, if you've been here for a long time, you'll know that one of our Christmas traditions is a December the 1st box. So I always found it like a little bit, the whole Christmas Eve box thing I've never done. I always found Christmas Eve boxes a little bit strange in that you give your children lots of things the day before they're going to get lots of things, and once Christmas Day is done, you know, we're on to New Year and Christmas is over, and there's so much in the shops on the run up to Christmas that is like novelty Christmas items, like Christmas colouring tablecloths, Christmas cups, bowls, you know, all of those sorts of novelty things. And I just feel like giving that on Christmas Eve is a bit of a strange time to do it, when you're going to wake up the next morning, Christmas Day is going to be done, and then it's all going to be over. So I started doing a tradition for our family where I did a December the 1st box, and I filled that with all of the types of things that, you know, I would like to buy throughout the month, all of those novelty items for Christmas, and instead gave them to them on December the 1st. This year I'm going to try and do it differently. I'm not going to do a December the 1st box, and I'm also not going to go crazy on stockings, because I can buy so many little bits and bobs for the younger ones for their stockings, you know, like hair bubbles and nail polishes. You know, you can go wild for young children on what you would call like a stocking filler, and it's harder to do that when they get older because there's less things to buy them as they get older. So I always find that I end up wasting a lot of money at Christmas time trying to fill up stockings to make them equal, to make sure that everybody's got an equal amount, that I've spent an equal amount of money on each person, and a lot of it is just, it's not wanted, it's not needed, and it just doesn't get used, and it ends up ultimately in landfill or at the local charity shop. And I'm talking about buying the older ones, things like, I mentioned this the other day, you know, like you go to B&M and you can buy a soap that says bum on one side and face on the other side, and you can buy like novelty pens that are shaped as golf clubs. Those sorts of things are what I've done in the past, bought that the older kids don't really want or need, and it's just so that I can fill a stocking. So we said we'd rein the stockings in this year, we wouldn't put as much in them, and we wouldn't do a December the 1st box. Instead, we would do a alternative advent calendar for the younger two, and they would be able to open a gift each day that would be something that would have been in the December the 1st box or in the stockings, and I would then go and buy a more high quality advent calendar for the older ones. And that being said, I was in Sainsbury's the other day, and I was on the aisle where all the Christmas stuff is coming out, and Jamie was at work, and Jamie walked past me and I said, all right? And he went, oh, all right, Mum. And I said, what advent calendar would you want? And he went, none of them. Don't bother buying me one. And I went, oh, you don't want one? He's like, they're a waste of money, Mum. Don't bother. So, you know, he's 20 and he's of the opinion now of, don't waste your money, Mum. It's, you know, it's expensive and it's not necessary. So I'm lucky in a sense that my older ones now, they do not begrudge the little ones having this sort of thing, because they had it when they were younger, and yeah, they couldn't really care less, if I'm honest. Riley, I'll buy him a really nice advent calendar, something that he will enjoy, and I'll buy Summer a nice advent calendar. And yeah, Jamie's basically told me not to bother. And Reese, no doubt, well, there's something in here for Reese. It wasn't expensive. But yeah, I feel like I'm justifying myself. But just for anyone that's watching this thinking, oh, how cruel, she's got 6 children, but she's only spoiling the younger 2. I think it's important to remember that the older ones all had this as well when they were this age. And now they're like 20 and 18. They don't want novelty shower poofs. And that's what I'll start with, a novelty shower puff. I've got a gingerbread man and a Father Christmas. These were 79p, and they are going to be one of the things I'm going to wrap up in the girls' advent. I've also got this red and white wrapping paper, so I'm going to wrap them all in this paper, and then I'm going to put a number on each one. I'm then going to buy a gift bag, and I'm going to muddle them all up in the gift bag, and every day they'll have to find the right number for advent and open it up. So this is the wrapping paper I also bought. This is massive. I mean, it's probably as thin as ever, but you get 12 metres for £1.29. So that's the wrapping paper I bought as well. I also picked up my Christmas planner. This is, I think, my 3rd or 4th year of buying a Christmas planner from Home Bargains. They're 99p, and I honestly couldn't do Christmas without it, because it is so tricky to keep track of everything that I've bought, how much I've spent, and making sure, you know, that everyone's had, I like for them all to have the same amount of presents under the tree. So if an older one wants a much more expensive present, I then try to just buy them little things that they need anyway, but aren't really a gift. So, I don't know, new socks. One year I bought Reese like a pot noodle fork. Just little things, so they've all got around the same amount of presents to open, and everyone's kept within the budget that we set. And this is brilliant for keeping track of everything. You've also got sections where you can write down what you're planning to cook meal wise, how many people you're feeding, what you need, you know, you can write your shopping list, what you need to buy from the supermarket, and you just keep track of everything. This is like my Christmas Bible, and they're 99p. So if you haven't bought one yet, I definitely recommend them. I then got the girls a novelty pen each. Where's the other one? There should be 2 of these. One is a Christmas tree, one is a snowman. They were 99p each, and they do this. They sing. They sing Christmas tunes. I mean, I'm going to regret this. This is a purchase I am definitely going to regret. But for 99p, also, they get louder as they go along. 99p each, and again, this is just one of those novelty things that we all get suckered into buying at this time of year, and I'm going to put it in their advent. I've also bought other bits and bobs for their advent that are upstairs hidden somewhere, and I did like the 10 for £10 in Claire's Accessories, so they'll just have a mixture of things that would have, you know, ordinarily been in the December the 1st box, and things that would ordinarily have been in their stocking. So some days they'll have something that's like novelty Christmas, and other days they'll have something that's like hair clips, hair bobbles, that sort of thing. I think I did actually in one of the vlogs show what I bought in the 10 for £10 at Claire's Accessories. I then got them a novelty Christmas bath bomb each. These are £1.49, and you get a little squishy inside. So again, that's going to go in their advent. I picked up a kids vs adults, or kids and adults charade, the classic game, and that was, it was not expensive. I think it might even have been £1 or £2, and you get questions, well, charades for adults and charades for children, so it just makes it a little bit easier. So on the kids, you've got movie Spider-Man, or book The Cat in the Hat, action, sleeping, or animal polar bear. And on the adults, you've got movie Snakes on a Plane, book Animal Farm, action Doing the Robot, and song Shake It Off. And I just thought that might be fun to play over Christmas. I picked up some chocolate Horlicks. This was not £2.99 like it says on the tub, but I tried Felicity with Horlicks. Well, I tried both of the girls with Horlicks the other week. Sienna didn't like it, but Felicity did, so I thought we'd try the chocolate one. Brooke also really likes Horlicks, so at least 2 people in the house should drink that. I picked up a pack of festive playing cards. I did have a little peek inside without ripping the packaging, and they are shaped like Father Christmas, so I thought they were quite cute and we would use those again over Christmas. Last weekend when we went to the caravan with our friends, my girls and their girls were playing Snap with playing cards, so if anything my two younger ones will play Snap. I picked up some gingerbread flavoured Oreos. Felicity loves an Oreo, so I thought she might like to try the gingerbread ones, so she can have a nice chocolate Horlicks and a gingerbread Oreo. I absolutely love anything that's like a Christmas scent, like anything Christmas smelly, I love it. I'm currently using the winter, I think it's called Winter Spice in the kitchen, like the kitchen spray, but Kev said I went a step too far when I bought Winter Spice Toilet Duck. He was like, why do we need the toilet to smell like winter spice? But why not? Why would you not want your toilet to smell like winter spice? And it was the cheapest out of all of the toilet ducks, so I thought it was a win-win. Also needed to pick up a bottle of this. Our bathroom has never had a problem with damp before. We always used to get like a tiny little patch in one corner of the room, and now it's like the entire ceiling is really badly affected by damp, and I don't know why, whether there's something wrong with the tiles up on the roof. I need to get it looked at, but I need to get on top of it because it's getting worse by the day. So I got some, I've heard this one's supposed to be really good, the Astonish one, Mould and Mildew Blaster, so that will be an exciting job that I've got to do. I picked up a bag of sweets. Oh dear, there's a hole in the bag. I picked up a bag that's got a hole in it of trick-or-treat sweets for the trick-or-treaters that come to our house. We are going to go and knock on a few doors of people that we know in the neighbourhood. I used to love trick-or-treating as a kid. I used to go knocking on every single door in the street, and I don't know, as I've got older and as times have changed, it doesn't sit very comfortable with me anymore to just go knocking on any old person's door. Also, less and less people participate in trick-or-treating. Most people have a sign up in the window saying no trick-or-treaters. So I've spoken with the younger ones and said, shall we have a little bit of a Halloween party at home? So we'll make some like Halloween food, we'll play some Halloween games. They like to play apple bobbing, which I definitely think is the most disgusting game ever. I used to love playing it as a kid, but on reflection, I'm like, we all gob into a bowl and then the next person does it and the next person, it's actually revolting. But we're all family here. We'll have a game of apple bobbing. They like to play the game where you hang a ring donut on the string and they've got to eat it without using their hands. So we'll play that and we'll just go and knock on a few doors. But they quite enjoy opening our door to anyone that does go trick-or-treating. I'm not the type of person that likes to turn all the lights off and pretend it's not happening. I don't mind opening the door to anyone that is trick-or-treating. I've got this for the girls. This is just like a little craft activity I thought we could do like one day for like home education. We can decorate these little Christmas decorations. This was, I can't actually remember, I think it was £2.99, and you get two of each shape. So you get two Father Christmas, two Christmas trees, and so on and so on. So I don't have to have any arguing. I've got loads of paints at home as well and loads of paintbrushes. So I thought that was quite a nice little craft. So I picked that one up. I've picked up a reading. I could actually cry at what just happened. I finished showing you the rest of the Home Bargains haul and said, right, that's that. Picked up my phone and the screen was blank and the battery had died. So I've just had to put my phone on charge, look back to how far I got, and I got as far as showing you these. Everything else hadn't even filmed. I've been sat here for the last 10 minutes talking to myself. So these are the wooden decorations I just shown you. They were £1.99. I now have to try and remember what I've shown you and what I haven't shown you. So if I show you something again, apologies. I don't want to start right back at the very beginning again because I'm actually so annoyed with myself. I didn't even realise my phone needs upgrading. I said this the other day, I'm looking for an upgrade, and one of the problems with my phone is the battery just isn't lasting. As soon as I start using it to film, the battery just drains. And that's what's just happened. It's just drained the battery. And I spent 10 minutes speaking to myself. Reese, do you want to jump up and check that the camera is actually filming right now and that I'm not about to spend another 10 minutes?
Yeah,
it's fine right now, because I'm also not using the selfie camera because it's better quality to use the normal cameras. So I didn't even know it stopped. So yeah, I'm really peeved off right now. So these are the wooden decorating things I bought. I then don't know if I showed you these nativity stickers. Again, this is something I'm going to use for like home ed. Not sure what I'm going to use them for as of yet, but they will definitely come in handy for a little activity to do around the nativity. Did I tell you I bought a blooming air freshener for my car? Have I already told you this? Can't remember, but I'm excited about this. Can't wait to put this in my car. I definitely hadn't shown you these yet, and that is some... These were a bargain. These, I was really enthusiastic the first time around as well. I'm not so enthusiastic now. I'm really annoyed at myself. These were, I probably wouldn't have noticed them. Someone else was looking at them and I was intrigued to see what they were talking about because this lady sounded quite enthusiastic. And they are like an aqua bead, but they're called Pixo Bits. And you can make little 3D shapes. Whereas if you use aqua beads, I don't know if you're even familiar with aqua beads, but you get all these little beads, you put them into the dish, you spray it with water and then it goes hard and you can pop it off. Bit like hammer beads, but without needing to use an iron. I still think the hammer beads are better, but these are, RRP was £15 and they were £1.99. So I got the girls one of those each as well. Did I show you my musical soap? Don't remember. Got musical soap. Then I went on to the next bag, which I have actually had already started to repack because I said to Reese, right, I'll put all of this back in the bags and I'm done. Then I can go and pick Dad up from the swimming pool because he's currently swimming with the girls. He said, whilst I take the girls swimming, make sure you get that Home Bargains haul filmed. And honestly, couldn't make my life up some days. I bought this for 99p. It's so cute, like a little stand-up countdown to Christmas. And I thought that the younger two could take it in turns every morning to write how many days we've got left until Christmas. I got this for Reese. I made a big song and dance about this as well. I said, Reese, you need to go out of the room because I need to show this and I don't want you to see it. Or you can see it, but then it's going to ruin the surprise. I mean, it's nothing exciting, but or it's nothing, you know, lavishly expensive, but Reese absolutely adores the Polar Express. I got him a pair of Polar Express slippers from Home Bargains and I want to get him the matching pyjamas. He's already wearing the slippers, but they've only had the children's sizes in. So I might use that as an excuse to go over to the bigger Home Bargains, which is further away, and see if I can get him the red velvet pyjamas. He'll love them. But I got him a Polar Express advent calendar, 99p. I mean, I will give him the option of having a more, you know, bougie, jazzy up advent calendar, but he might well at 18 years old be like, yeah, might take the same opinion of Jamie of that's a waste of money, I'll just take my Polar Express one. So that's for Reese. I picked up the girls a book each for their advent. You cannot go wrong with Home Bargains for books. 79p. These types of books in Asda are 2 for £7. So I've got The Unicorns Are Coming to Town. They're a bit young for Felicity, but she still enjoys having a bedtime story. So I thought I'd give this one in advent for Lissy, The Unicorns, and for Sienna, The Stinky Sprouts, because Sienna likes sprouts. So The Stinky Sprouts and A Rather Smelly Christmas Tale. I wonder if it's going to be anything like The Runaway Pea, because I love the book The Runaway Pea. It's one of my favourite ones to read to them at bedtime. And then lastly, oh, did I show this? I'm not sure I did. I got a workbook for Sienna. And last but not least, I got a Taylor Swift album. I used to love getting my album. My Christmas album at Christmas was like one of my highlights of Christmas Day, was seeing what album I had. And they don't seem to be such a popular thing anymore. I mean, I can't possibly think why when we've got, you know, technology nowadays. But I've got the Taylor Swift album, and that was £2.99. So I'm just going to give this to all of the girls, you know, because they'll all, I can't really decide who's the biggest Taylor Swift fan. I'll just let them, I won't, you know, it's not going to be wrapped up or anything. I'm just going to say, I bought you a Taylor Swift album. Oh, and then last but not least, these haven't been shoved in the bag behind the sofa for the last several days. They have been in the fridge, and I'm quite surprised nobody's even opened them and eaten them yet. But I got these Muller Corners Apple Crumble or Cherry Bakewell, and they were £2 each. So I thought they were worth a try. But like I say, they've been in the fridge for several days and nobody's opened them as of yet. But that is everything for the second time. That is everything I got from Home Bargains, and it came to £49.95. Although, no, that isn't everything I bought. I was already explaining this the first time round. I bought a game and I put it, well, everyone was having a look at it, and now it's vanished and I don't know where it's been put to. But I bought a game called TMI, and it's looks like it's the same thing as same idea as like Cards Against Humanity. It says for age 17 plus, so it's an adult game, and it was £2.99 with an RRP of £18. And I thought, for £2.99 I'll give it a go. I bought one year the new phone Who's This, and that was a bit of a letdown. We found that boring. But for £2.99 I thought I'd give it a go. But I don't know where the teenagers have put it to. They were all having a look at it the other day, and now it's vanished. But yeah, that's everything. £49.95. I always do this. I go to Home Bargains and then I look around and go, where did I just spend £50 to? Like, it doesn't look like £50, but it is. There will no doubt be more Home Bargains hauls and B&M and all of that sort of thing as we get closer to December. But for now, that's today's Home Bargains haul. I'm going to end it here and hope and pray when I go to the other side of this phone, it's still recording and I haven't just said it all again. And it's not filmed. I can't believe that happened to me. I actually can't. I need to now go and pick Kev and the girls up from swimming. So thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you all very soon.